Yes, it's time for Crafting with Candy Nicholson, and we're making gift boxes today. Is that right, Candy?
We are.
But they're with a bit of a twist.
They are. They're actually called treasure boxes.
Right.
And they're from a new company that I've not used before.
Okay.
It's www.crafting.co.uk.
Okay, all the information will be on the website as well.
And for those of you who are into crafting, the lady behind it is Stephanie Waitman. So
right, okay, she's a bit of a legend in the crafting world, isn't she?
Definitely. She's lovely, Steph, as well.
Okay.
So
before we get started, we see the finished product, because these boxes are really quite intricate.
They are, and they look quite complicated, but they're so easy to make.
And that's the best thing with crafting, isn't it? When it's something that looks a lot harder than it actually was.
Well, what they are basically is they stack like that, and you think, oh, right. But they actually open up. Now that's a totally plain one there. Yeah. And we can put anything. I'm sorry I've not brought you any sweeties today.
Oh, that's okay. I'll let you off this time.
And this one, what I've done is I've embellished it a little bit more and put ribbon on all the boxes.
Look at that. We turn it right around to the camera.
Yeah.
That is incredible. So it just, as you say, when you initially receive it, it just looks like a standard box. But actually, when you open it up, it's got all these little hidden compartments.
That's it. So ideal for something if you wanted to do for Mother's Day.
Yeah.
They're $11.99, and it gives you all the stuff to make 3 separate boxes.
Right, that's fantastic. So 3 separate, as in 3 of these sets?
3 of those, or 3 of the poppies.
Right. So I mean, if you were to buy something like that, it costs so much more. $11.99 is nothing. It's pennies in comparison. So if you bought like 3 of those separately, you're talking an awful lot of money. So
well, they work out at £4 each, and a little bit of ribbon, and I've put some little eyelets on. And obviously, if you wanted to, you know, to put things inside for your mum, you know, even like little vouchers to say, you know, today I'll do the washing up all day,
and that'd be sort of
so
coupons
nice for
they
your
can
mum.
redeem, sort of saying, washing up or walking the dog, or being good and doing your homework or something like that.
Going to bed when you're told.
Yeah, that's lovely. If you're a little bit older, perhaps shopping vouchers for, you know, to get them some nice black trousers or whatever they might wish to go out and purchase for themselves. So fantastic. Shall we see how we do it then?
Yes. Yes.
So we're cutting out initially, it comes like this, doesn't it? I've been doing this while Derek's been having a bit of a chit chat.
And in fact, each of the sheets tells you which bit it is, because they're all on big A3 sheets. Okay. And it tells you which bit it is, and it tells you to cut along the solid lines and fold along the dotted lines.
So it's foolproof, really. You can't mess it up.
No, not even me.
So I think I've challenged myself there, haven't I?
So here's some I've cut out already.
Okay.
And all I'm going to do is just fold along. I've already scored the lines.
Okay.
For those of you who watch regularly, you know that we just get a ruler, and you can use a ballpoint pen with no ink in it to score down it.
Yeah.
If
you did use a pen that wasn't out of ink, would that just leave a mark, but it would be okay?
Yeah. What I would suggest is, as regards glue, I did them first with double-sided, and it wasn't, unless you use the really strong double-sided, it's not enough to hold it really.
Double-sided tape?
Yeah. It's not enough to sort of, because of the amount it's being handled.
Yeah, you need something a bit stronger.
So all it does is, all I've done is score along all the lines.
Okay.
And then if you put it all together like that.
Right. It comes together quite easy, doesn't it? I think that'd be quite fiddly, but it all just sort of merges into one quite sort of sleekly.
What we can do is put some glue on that bit there.
Okay. What glue are we using here?
This is good stuff. It's called Collal. And you can use it for 3D work. You can see I get very gungy with glue, which is why I don't often bring. It's
transparent as well, isn't it? Which is really good, so you're not getting any.
And also, one of the bonuses of it as well is that if you do get it on your table, if you give it a good rub, it will actually all come off.
Oh, brilliant.
So
you're not messing things up, because that's something that a lot of mums might sort of think, go and buy me something because I don't want all the mess. Yeah, but actually it's not going to be as messy as you think.
See, I've got some there, and you just rub it and it will all...
Oh, lovely.
It'll all come off into little bits.
Okay.
A bit like PVA does. Yeah.
But is it stronger than PVA?
Oh, yeah.
A lot stronger?
Yes.
Right.
But saying that, you know, PVA, if that's what you've got, you know, then just use...
Possibly put a paper clip on it or something to keep it together, so
that's a really good
tip
there. Yep. But anyone who knows me knows I don't do mess.
Right.
So we're quite honoured that I'm doing glue today. So all I'm doing is just tucking the bits in.
Okay.
Like that.
Easy peasy.
Tuck that one in. And tuck that one in.
Oh, lovely.
And obviously, a little bit more time at home on it. And like I say, if you put a paper clip there, then that will hold it for you. Okay, and then I'd put something in the bottom just to stick
and
weight it down.
So a bit of a weight. Fantastic.
So you do that with all of your boxes.
Right. So how many are you doing there? 4. So
There's
you can
4
put it in the main,
together,
in the main box. So am I doing one of these now then?
Yeah, you can do it. That'd be good.
Scary.
So I've scored all the
Do
lines,
I have to fold
for
it
you.
here as well?
Yeah. Then you also have this big piece, and this is the outside of the box. And again, I've scored along all the lines. If we can get in really close there, and you can see there's dotted lines right down here.
Yes, I can see those.
And that shows you where to do your folds.
Right, so I'm going to glue this now while you're sorting that out. Just put loads of glue on.
Yeah, not
too much, but all over the...
Yeah. But these are they come already pre-printed. Right. So this pattern's already on it. If you wanted, you could cover the inside with some nice red paper. That would be a really good thing to do.
Could you possibly use it as a template? So if you bought a pack and then you wanted to do your complete own design, possibly do it with plain white card and draw your own pictures. Or...
They actually do supply that you can buy just the plain blank white ones.
Okay. Oh, brilliant.
And I have done, and maybe I'll bring them in another time and we'll do those, where I've decorated them in papers.
That'd be lovely.
And done them totally from scratch, so you can do them for different
Maybe if you're giving them
to
a grandmother and you had a really young child, they could sort of draw their own colours.
Yeah, that'd be lovely.
That'd be very nice.
Because I know you like your colouring.
Yes,
we'll have to bear that one in mind.
It's a good stress reliever, colouring.
It is.
I found out from this programme.
The boxes are in 4 different sizes. The biggest one goes on the bottom.
Yeah.
But for speed, what we shall do is we'll pop this one in. So what we do is put some glue on the back of here, because that one's had a little bit more time with the glue on it.
Candy, do you know what I've done?
What?
I've glued the last one.
It's okay. Just leave it
standing upside down. Did you say not to glue all of them? Was it me just... I can't remember if you said that. Probably
if you leave it like upside down like that,
and
then when it dries, we can rub it off. Yeah, don't worry, we can rub it off when it dries.
It will be fine. But I have to say, it's very easy to actually assemble. I was quite surprised at how easy that was.
Right.
There we are.
In actual fact, on the ones that are totally blank, it shows you where you would put your boxes.
Right, okay.
So if we put that one, we line it up and put that one there, like that. And all I've done to just make sure I'm lining it up properly is I'll fold it. Okay.
Right, I see. Because that's it, you want it to close neatly, don't you? You don't want any gaps.
Yeah. And then what we do with the next box, so obviously we've got it opening at the front. And this, I suppose this is the only bit that's a little bit fiddly, is sort of working out which way your boxes go. Yeah. But then we'll put some on the back of this one as well, and I'll just show you how they assemble up. We probably won't have time to do all 4, but it'll give you an idea. So if we close that one down like that and turn that over, we're going to put the next one on top. In some ways, if we do double-sided, it sticks quicker, but it's not as solid, so it's a bit of one or the other, really. And then we'll pop that one, there we go, so turn that bit over there, and pop it in like there, and just line it up so we make sure, whoops, this is the joys of wet glue, isn't it?
We could give it a bit longer, couldn't you? Obviously, that we're doing for the purpose of television, we have to speed up the process.
That's it, yeah.
You could always leave it for a few minutes and then pop back to it.
Yeah, of course. I mean, when I was doing them yesterday, is I'd sort of make a couple, then do something else, then come back to it, make the next one.
And then you know it's sturdy. It's better to be over-prepared than under-prepared, isn't it?
Yeah. So, but make sure that when you stick them down, you've got the back onto there and they lie flat like that, so when they close up you can see how it works. They're all folding inwards that way.
Brilliant.
But obviously they're still wet.
That's all right, now I understand. So let's see then, if we imagine for the purpose of television that we've sort of just done one of these ones, maybe we can show it that way.
Let's move that one out of the way.
So pop this over here where it's ready to dry, and then...
And this is an all dry one, and what I did here is I put some eyelets on.
Okay, are they easy to assemble?
All you need is a hole punch and an eyelet setter.
Right,
and there's plenty of products out there. Or if you wanted, you could just stick a bow on. Yeah. Or maybe...
the eyelet does make it look a little bit more professional, but it's not essential, is it? It just
not at
stops it as well, jagging on the edges, and the edges being quite rough. It seals them nicely, but it's not essential, so it's whatever you prefer. That's lovely.
So what I would say is be careful if you're using a thicker ribbon like I've used here, because when you come to close it, you've got to allow for the lid.
So really a tip would be always just keep checking, just always, everything you do, every single step you do, just keep closing it, keep checking, because obviously you don't want to get all the way to the end and realise that you can't shut it.
So ideally I would have used maybe a finer organza than this, but this was so nice and it matched in so well that I thought I'm going to use it.
Fantastic. Well, I love it. I think it's a beautiful idea. And is the bottom one slightly larger?
Yes, they go in smaller sizes.
Oh, they actually do change in size.
And they go smaller as they go up.